Hello YouTube fans, here again. I remember doing this one before and it's a good one. Very heard of it. And when it first come out in the early 80s, people said it was an alien rip-off. Me on the other hand, I'm going to offend it. I'm going to offend it. That being Charity of Terror. That's right, Charity of Terror. Shot in 1981, we're going to go with Charity of Terror. It's a dud 'un. You do get a few recognisable faces, one who's sadly no longer with us, and so on. You've got the Durr, remember the little Durr, Ritchie Turinham's little sister in Happy Days, who's all growing up, as we all know, is sadly no longer with us. She's in the film, and you also get the legendary Robert England, Freddy himself, who appears in this. Which always has me wondering, and I remember saying this last time, always has me wondering whether the company who did V, so Robert England in this said, that's Willa. We're going to have him as Willa. Because it's funny, this was sci-fi, and when you think about it, V, the TV series, that was sci-fi. But again, 1981, Charity of Terror. And I remember offending this before, and I'm going to offend it again. It is not, I repeat, it is not a an alien rip-off. It's not an alien rip-off. When you think about it, right, in the 70s and 80s, there was a lot, and I mean a lot of these horror sci-fi movies. Alien was the film that basically started it off. There you go, started it off. What it is at first, you've got these astronauts, you get the idea, it's in the future, it's one of them sci-fi horror films, you've got these astronauts, they're in a spaceship and they all get killed one by one. One of them fires back. You see the aftershots of the bodies. And that's what I love about Charity of Terror. It doesn't all bat on the blood and door. It's not PC friendly. Unlike nowadays where they go the PC route. So you've got these die and they get sent to this. You get another astronaut, let's say, it gets sent to this planet. Which is the idea, Charity of Terror. And they land on this planet and they've got to admit the planet, the way it looks, the set, the scenery, it's just beautiful. It is beautiful. For a low budget sci-fi sci-fi horror film, I gotta admit, this has a bloody good budget in how the set looks, and no wonder. David Jamdin, the director of The Abyss, giving us Aliens, he did this film. I shit you not, he did this film. And what a delight, he did a bloody dud film. He did a dud bloody film, right? So because he did this film, you can definitely see how he got far where he got. Now you do get one access, and I'm not being kinky, I'm not being dirty, he's a porn access. He's been in porn. Now there's a well-known scene in the film where she gets killed anyway, to cut the story short, because what this planet does, it preys on your fear. It only killed one lad, and it preys on your fear. Anything you're scared of, anything you're frightened of, that will prey on your fear, which I thought was unique. So the one scene everyone might remember, if you've ever seen Charity of Terror, it was also shown in the original 81 trailer, is a rape scene. I shit you not, a rape scene. Isn't it just your typical rape scene, like I spit on your Dave and all that? It's a worm. This woman has a fear of worms, right? So this thing, it's like a worm, goes into a big 8-foot one, jumps on top of her, rips her toes off, and you got the idea it melts her to death. Not being dirty, that's what it does. There was a funny scene at the time that they put syrup on the axes, they put some sort of oily stuff on it, it made it look like slime. And there's rumours that some of the scene got cut down a bit because they felt it was a bit. And I do believe in some parts of the country the film got banned because of it, even though now it seems quite hilarious. And I do remember the actress couldn't even keep a straight face between what was supposed to be a rape scene, and she gets killed. But nevertheless, it's in the film. I do have one scene in it where this guy folds his knives and knives cuts his hand, and out of desperation, he's in so much fucking pain, he cuts his own hand off, and then another one comes through, stabs him, but he gruesome. And you've got the main character anyway. Easter gets the most worst death of all out of Happy Days. He's no longer with us, so really it's hard as what's now. She has a fear of going in oral places, you know, this claustrophobic. So what happens is this bar thing slams on her mouth and one slams on her chest. It particularly makes her head explode. Really gruesome, really graphic. And you do see the aftershots. Steven's gonna fuck around on that one. And Robert England, his stuff is it. He just stuff. There's one scene where you got two of him and he's fighting with one of them. and he shoots him with a laser gun. Nobody, it's sci-fi, and Robert Englund's thinking, why is he not dead? And then he realises it's not him, it's a fake, it's an hologram. And he discovers straight away that this thing plays on your fear. So our main character, he goes in, he's fighting all the monsters, all the ones who got killed, were all his mates, who all got to do some death. They're all trying to get at him. So there we go, it's the usual. How his mates fucking attack him. Come on. But he gets out of dodge. He kills that weird worm thing that raped that woman. He kills that there's some weird monster that killed one of his mates. There's a mate in it who was a bit of a dick all the way through the film. He gets killed and does do some death. Where he kills that fucking alien thing. And there's this guy, right? And he finds out basically it's a child's game. All his mates getting killed, even his woman. It was just a fucking game, and he shoots this guy who was one of the main characters in it. It was an alien, had a red misty face. He shoots him, he dies, end of fucking movie. And that's my only issue with the film, because you never know what happened to Robert Englund. He doesn't get killed in the fucking film, he just gets left inside in the weird planet. The main character gets out of dodge and kills all the baddies, kills the main villain, and then his face goes red, and you don't get what the fuck it was all about. So does he turn into a master? Is he now going to turn into a villain? Is Robert Englund going to get killed? What happened? It's one of them endings where you've just got to figure out for your fucking self what the fuck happened. But I'm not going to rant it, because it is a good film. It's sci-fi, it's B, it's not PC pussyfied friendly. And I do know the same company that did this would do another film one year after, in 1982. That being Metamorph, had two titles. Apart from Mechamorph, was also called Forbidden World, which is also a good one. But I do like this one a lot more. It was fine. It wasn't PC friendly. I didn't beat round the fucking bus. Again, David Tamlin worked on the set, and you can see there was a budget in it. And it's one of them, you know what I mean? It's just the ending I felt was a bit anti-matic, if you know what I mean. It's one of them, what happened to them. But for 1981, for a sci-fi B horror film, it's definitely a good hour of your time. You know what I mean? It's evil things that play on your fear, evil aliens, and they kill people. Like, you get one guy as the captain, you think he's going to be the main character. Thing sucks in there. It's hard to, without showing the movie, but you know, copyright. Goes on his head. You get that it sucks his brain, kills him. So there's definitely a lot of good gruesome deaths in it. Definitely doesn't beat around the bus. A lot of good imagination, and that's something else to do to dilute the fucking movie Charity of Terror 4. And I'm going to be open, going to be honest, I dilute it for the imagination. I felt the film, my eyes, had a lot of imagination. It had a mad imagination. Something films these days is lacking. Say it again, is lacking. So I don't like Charity of Terror. You get to see a very long Robert Englund. I do know the main character is no longer with us and all, may he rest. But it's definitely a good hour. It's good. I mean, you get one woman who's one of the lead captains and all, so he gets a gruesome death, gets burnt on fucking fire, pretty gruesome. So if you like sci-fi B monster films, there you go. Definitely wasn't an alien rip-off, and like the one what I call Mechamorph in the Forbidden World, you don't see that as a bit of an aliens rip-off. But this one, it wasn't. I like it. Good out of your time if you like low B sci-fi or sci-fi films. Charity of Terror, sort of 81. Not a bad out of your time. Into then, I'll see you later.